highlight would just be having gotten cast in Full Metal Alchemist. I had no idea at the time. I knew nothing about that show. Nothing. I had done a show called Full Metal Panic, and I had the Full Metal thing in my mind. And I'm like, well, is it anything like Full Metal Panic? And no. And so I auditioned, and the Japanese actually made the cast selections for Full Metal Alchemist. And I had no idea at the time that it would be such a big show and such a turning point, you know? I had done 50 or 60 shows by the time I did Full Metal. What? Who is it? What's her name? Nyla? Hey, Nyla.
You're my hero! I'm getting blown away right now.
Well, that's quite all right, Nyla, because I know who you are. But I didn't invite you to come to this panel. Get your pass and come see me later.
I'm going to walk into right now.
I miss you.
I've had a lot of great highlights. If I die tomorrow, I have been blessed with a very wonderful life. I'm very grateful.
Don't shoot.
Don't do that.
Do it.
I wanted to tell you something interesting. First of all, do you know what a Governor General is?
No.
Basically, it's you know, Canada was a former British colony, and the Governor General is who we answer to and who answers to the Queen. So basically, the Governor General is our contact with the Queen. And for a while, like, we need a new one, and there was actually some discussion for a while. It's over now, but there was this discussion of getting William Shatner as our Governor General.
I would move to Canada and become a citizen just so I could vote for William Shatner. He would be awesome.
Unfortunately, it's appointed, not a vote.
Yeah.
He's trying people to do it then.
I just wanted to mention that.
You know what? I've wanted to learn to play guitar for years. And here's the funny thing. Remember, I produce albums, so I work with musicians, every different instrument. And I know how guitars play. And I can talk to a guitar player and say, okay, invert that chord and drop this fret. I can talk to them, but I don't do it myself. I mean, I know how they play, but I've never really... And you know why? It hurts the fingers. Doggone it, it hurts. In fact, I decided that I was going to learn to play the guitar, and I bought this really nice Ovation guitar, right? And my friend, I used to lead worship at my church, the music, the band. And my friend who played guitar in the band said, hey, I'll teach you to play guitar. I'm like, sweet, dude. He came over to my house, like 10 minutes. I'm going, changing the frets, and I'm doing it, and then I'm like, ow! This hurts. And he's like, yeah, you gotta build those calluses up. I'm like, haven't they made something that you can like spray on your fingers or something that makes them hard? You're like, no, dude, sorry, you just gotta put the work in. I'm like, forget that. I tried for weeks. I would go into my studio and I'd pull my little guitar and I'd go, they call them like railroad, train tracks or something when you're first learning. And it's like you hold your fingers like in this position and you go up the board, you know?
Yeah.
And it's just for the purpose of building up calluses. Doggone it, it hurt.
Stop being a baby.
So I didn't do it. And now every time I walk into my studio and see that guitar, I'm like, it's a shame.
You don't need to shoot me. Wait until you play bass guitar.
Is it your birthday?
Stop. No, sir. Would you like a party hat?
It should be. I will save that for later. Thank you. Here. It also be a toucan or something. Do you have a question? Oh, that was the question. Would you like a party hat? Thank you. Yeah.
All right. Well, first I'd like to thank you, Les, for the Gospel of John.
Oh, thank you.
A wonderful way of looking at something that I haven't picked up for a while.
God bless you. Thank you for that. See? Now maybe keep
Thank
on.
you.
Yes.
That's my question. When they selected Tokyo Revelation a little while ago, have you started recording? Are you allowed to comment?
So interesting that you had mentioned Phi.
Yes.
I love him.
Same here.
Guess what I did last week? I recorded the Tsubasa OVAs last week. I love Phi, and he has no eye.
Characters, development stages, you know.
Me too. I was so excited because he was so like nothing ever bothered him, and he was so above it all. And when things started happening in those OVAs, I'm like, sweet. He's getting really interesting. So thank you for even mentioning this. We have 10 minutes left. Listen, by the way, I have an autograph session this evening. I'd love for you guys to come and get a jump on everyone else. If you want to get any of the music CDs or the Gospel of John, I don't have a lot. They won't last the whole weekend, but I would love for you guys to have them. That's why I brought them. So at 8:30 over in the autographs, I will be there, and I hope you'll come. Yes, Edo?
I have two questions for you. You like waffles?
I love waffles. I love it when you take butter and you put it in each of the little squares, and then smother it and serve it. Right. Maple syrup from Canada. Do I think Ed would be terrified of space? I don't think so. He's a rather brave sort. He's rather daring, don't you think? He's pretty. You don't think so, Al?
Edward knows no fear.
I know, right? Anyone who would try doing what he's done.
I mean, helmet in the movie.
You know what that was? It was an underwater. It was one of those underwater things. I know it did look like that. When I first saw it, I'm like, what is he wearing?
I don't think he likes
What the heck
space
is
because
that?
he feels short in space. Because there's so much everywhere. I think he just feels even more short.
Yeah, I think he
in
feels tall in space.
He'd be like, screw you guys, I made it.
Wait, final frontier. I think he feels tall in space. So that's what I'm going with. Yeah, he's not afraid of space. Yeah.
Awesome.
My favorite snack or candy? Oh no. Gosh. You know what I love? I can't believe it. I like Gushers. You know those things? They're like little chewies. You bite them and there's juice inside them. They're fun. And I like, you know what? I made the mistake of saying this once, and I now have a refrigerator full of Milky Way Dark chocolate. If you have not had a Milky Way Dark, thou hast not yet lived.